What do you think then, O Subhuti? Is the Tathagata to be seen and known by the possession of signs? Subhuti said, Not indeed, O Bhagavat. So far as I know, the meaning of the preaching of the Bhagavat, the Tathagata is not to be seen or known by the possession of signs. Bhagavat said, Good, good, Subhuti. So it is, Subhuti. So it is as you say. A Tathagata is not to be seen or known by the possession of signs. And why? Because, O Subhuti, if the Tathagata were to be seen and known by the possession of signs, a wheel-turning king would also be a Tathagata. Therefore, a Tathagata is not to be seen or known by the possession of signs. The Venerable Subhuti spoke thus to the Bhagavat. As I understand the meaning of the preaching of the Bhagavat, a Tathagata is not to be seen or known by the possession of signs. Then the Bhagavat at that moment preached these two gathas. They who saw me by form, and they who heard me by sound, they engaged in false endeavors, and will not see me. A Buddha is to be seen or known from the law, for the Buddhas have the law body, and the nature of the law cannot be understood, nor can it be made to be understood. What do you think then, O Subhuti? Has the highest perfect knowledge been known by the Tathagata through the possession of signs? You should not think so, O Subhuti. And why? Because, O Subhuti, the highest perfect knowledge would not be known by the Tathagata through the possession of signs. Nor should anybody, O Subhuti, say to you that the destruction or annihilation of anything is proclaimed by those who have entered on the path of the Bodhisattvas. And if, O Subhuti, a son or daughter of a good family were to fill worlds equal to the number of grains of sand of the river Ganga with the 7 treasures, and give them as a gift to holy and fully enlightened Tathagatas, and if a Bodhisattva acquired endurance in selfless and uncreated things, then the latter would, on the strength of this, produce a larger stock of merit, immeasurable and innumerable. But, O Subhuti, a stock of merit should not be appropriated by a noble-minded bodhisattva. The Venerable Subhuti said, Should a stock of merit, O Bhagavat, not be appropriated by a bodhisattva? Bhagavat said, It should be appropriated, O Subhuti. It should not be appropriated, and therefore it is said it should be appropriated. And again, O Subhuti, if anybody were to say that the Tathagata goes, or comes, or stands, or sits, or lies down, he or she, O Subhuti, does not understand the meaning of my preaching. And why? Because the word Tathagata means one who does not go to anywhere, and does not come from anywhere, and therefore he is called the Tathagata, truly come, holy and fully enlightened. And again, O Subhuti, if a son or daughter of a good family were to take as many worlds as there are grains of earth dust in this sphere of 1,000,000 millions of worlds, and reduce them to such fine dust as can be made with immeasurable strength, like what is called a mass of the smallest atoms, do you think, O Subhuti, would that be a mass of many atoms? Subhuti said, Yes, Bhagavat. Yes, Sugata. That would be a mass of many atoms. And why? Because, O Bhagavat, if it were a mass of many atoms, Bhagavat would not call it a mass of many atoms. And why? Because what was preached as a mass of many atoms by the Tathagata, that was preached as no mass of atoms by the Tathagata. And therefore it is called a mass of many atoms. And what was preached by the Tathagata as the sphere of 1,000,000 millions of worlds, that was preached by the Tathagata as no sphere of worlds, and therefore it is called the sphere of 1,000,000 millions of worlds. And why? Because, Bhagavat, if there were a sphere of worlds, there would exist a belief in matter, and what was preached as a belief in matter by the Tathagata, that was preached as no belief by the Tathagata, and therefore it is called a belief in matter. Bhagavat said, And a belief in matter itself, O Subhuti, is unmentionable and inexpressible. It is neither a thing nor no thing, and this is known by children and ignorant persons. And why? Because, O Subhuti, if a man were to say that belief in self, belief in a being, belief in life, belief in a personality had been preached by the Tathagata, would he be speaking truly? Subhuti said, Not indeed, Bhagavat. Not indeed, Sugata. He would not be speaking truly. And why? Because, O Bhagavat, what was preached by the Tathagata as a belief in self, that was preached by the Tathagata as no belief. Therefore it is called belief in self. Bhagavat said, Thus then, O Subhuti, are all things to be perceived, to be looked upon, and to be believed by one who has entered on the path of the Bodhisattvas. And in this wise are they to be perceived, to be looked upon, and to be believed, that a man should believe neither in the idea of a thing nor in the idea of a no thing. And why? Because by saying the idea of a thing indeed, it has been preached by the Tathagata as no idea of a thing. And, O Subhuti, if a noble-minded bodhisattva were to fill immeasurable and innumerable spheres of worlds with the 7 treasures, and give them as a gift to holy and fully enlightened Tathagatas, and if a son or daughter of a good family, after taking from this treatise of the law this Prajnaparamita, one gatha of 4 lines only, should learn it, repeat it, understand it, and fully explain it to others, then the latter would, on the strength of this, produce a larger stock of merit, immeasurable and innumerable. And how should he explain it? As in the sky, stars, darkness, a lamp, a phantom, dew, a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, and a cloud. Thus we should look upon the world, all that was made. Thus he should explain. Therefore it is said he should explain. Thus spoke the Bhagavat, enraptured. The elder Subhuti and the monks, nuns, the faithful laymen and laywomen, and the bodhisattvas also, and the whole world of gods, men, evil spirits, and fairies, praised the preaching of the Bhagavat. Thus is finished the diamond cutter, the blessed Prajnaparamita.